Pat, on today's 30-minute mechanic, we're going to bench test that distributor just to make sure I'm not going crazy. And then we're going to start setting up where our new ignition box is going to go and where our coil is going to go. So buckle up, let's go. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the distributor out. Then we're going to set it up over here on the bench. I feel like I'm just going crazy because it worked and then it didn't work. And so just to satisfy my own that I'm not going bananas, I'm going to bench test this sucker one more time. I'll show you how I do that. We got to get all these plug wires out of the way first. And bolt is not tight. Ooh, you know what I need to do? I need to bump this thing around. I need to bump it around to where I'm at TDC on 1. Before I just jump off pulling the distributor out. Okay. If you don't put your tools up, it's hard to find them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn. Uh-oh. Just use my ratchet to turn the motor the proper direction. All right, now, point number 1 right there. I'm going to take that off. What am I doing? Just know that we're in the right spot. Come on. Put these guys back on. Okay. Now we can pull the distributor out. All right, we're going to take it over here to our bench where we can watch it. All right, I got a distributor here sitting on the, let me grab a screwdriver, sitting on my little workmate. You don't have a workmate, you need a workmate because workmates are fantastic. That can stay plugged in. We want to do that. Hook our drill up down here, spin the dude. We're going to hook power up. This will be, that one's battery power. Green's going to be ground. Green to the ground. We'll ground it right here. Gonna gather. Now this is exactly how I did it last time when I bench tested it. I had a lead going to the battery, going to the red terminal to the cap. And then I took my jump box And I just set my jump box over here on the floor. And literally, what we can do is connect from there and run it right down through this hole. Just keep everything. Well, maybe not. Actually, we'll run the black. We'll run black to black and red to red, just so everything stays normal. Your jump box. Our leads all tangled up here. And literally just clamp that one there. Clamp that one there. And same story over here. I don't know if this is on the camera or off. That was irritating. Okay. Now, you can probably see, there's my jump box right down there. I got it wired up, power and ground to the distributor. So now I'm going to zoom in here. Ooh, maybe. What am I running into? Zoom in kind of tight so you can see what's going on. I'm going to turn the jump box on, and then I'm going to hit the button over here on the drill, and we should have sparks. Look at that. Did you see that? Making sparks. Working perfect. I hope you can see that. I'm going to do it one more time just to make sure I'm not going crazy. Okay, that works. It works. It works. Oh, brother. Okay, enough of that voodoo. I don't know why the thing won't work in the car. That is just beyond weird. And the only last thing I can think is maybe maybe it just doesn't have enough voltage in the car to make it work. But I really don't think that's the case, because they don't require, HEIs don't require like a whole lot of voltage to actually fire and run and work. From what I understand, maybe they do. Maybe they have to have a hot 12 volts all the time, but I don't really think so. I've never had trouble with them, even on slow cranking cars when the battery is mounted in the back. All right, we're going to carry on with our XL 300 Plus. Now, under this cover is the dip switches to set the rev limiter and the number of cylinders. So I'm going to take that off real quick. I have to put my readers on. And I might need to pull out the instruction sheet. Big old yellow instructions. And here's our dip switch setting page right here. Should be into this side. May have to get a tiny screwdriver. I think I will. All right, let's take this off. They recommend mounting this thing. I think you can mount it anyway. They recommend mounting it with this panel pointed up so you can access it. But I think once I set it, I'm probably not going to need to change it really ever. Ah. Now, you can see in there, there's all the dip switches, and they're up and down, and then you set this rotary dial. Okay, now, first of all, setting switch number 4 should be down. Boop. 4 is down. Okay. Number 4 is the rev limiter on and off. And the switch should be down for normal operation. So number 4 is down. Okay. Number of cylinders, switch 2 is down and switch 3 is down. So switch 2 is down and 3 is down. Man, that's really hard to figure out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2's down, 3 down, 4 down. Okay, now we want to set our RPM for our rev limit. We're going to set it at 6250 because I think this camshaft's all done by 6,000. So that means our rotary needs to be at 7 and our switch 1 needs to be down. So we need to turn our rotary switch to number 7 and our number 1 is down. Now I'm going to show that to the camera so I will remember. So I can come back later and remember that without having to take the cover off. And if we ever need to bump it to 6,500, we just click that dude to 8 in there. Everything else stays the same. Okay, so we got our switches set. We're all good. Okay, I'm going to put the cover back on here. Okay, it's all nice and sealed up. All right, these are pretty simple. You got your trigger wires over here, trigger and coil. Let's see. We'll be using I believe we'll be using the purple and the orange and the green wire on this. This is our trigger and our coil. And then this one, I may be lying to you. No, that's trigger. The green is the tack. So it'll connect into the tack signal over there. And then our other one has, I don't know what that one goes to. It's got a big old jumperoo. What's a fuse? Oh, look at that. It's fused. Holy smokes. Hey, look at that. 10 amp fuse out in there. Cool. I didn't know there was a fuse on it. Okay. Power, ground, and then the two leads that go to the coil. So this is really a very simple deal. Really people always talk bad about the DuraSpark in a Ford. Well, the DuraSpark is a CDI, just like this. It doesn't have the multi-strike deal, setup, whatever you want to call it. Like an MSD, multi-spark. Okay. Cool. I like these connectors too. All right, I'm going to get now that that's set up, I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to mount this just right down here, just inside the fender. And there's not a great spot. It would almost be better if I could move it out a little bit. Maybe I could make a plate. Let me do some looking. Let me see if I can find any metal I can make a quick plate out of to mount this thing on. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this strap aluminum. I wanna make me 2 strips 6 inches long and bend a 1-inch tab on each end, and then it'll make little runners for this thing to sit on, and I can just self-tapper it in that way. Actually, if I make them 7 inches, it'd probably be better. So I want to make 2 of those real quick. Mark that one at 7. Mark this one at 14. And then make a little sub mark there where I need to bend it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go chop this real quick on the bandsaw, and then bend it real quick in the vise and come right back. I have our back. I got my brackets, screwed my brackets onto my ignition module here, spark box, whatever you want to call it. And what we're going to do is it's just going to sit right down in here, just like that. And I actually really kind of like how that works. I got some long tappers here that are going to tapper through the top. Maybe if I can get my drill down in there. Maybe I need to get my big dumb body over on this side. And we can, except you got to have it in forward gear. That's backwards. Oh my gosh. Okay. First thing we should probably do is do the ones that direction. Because it would probably help hold it in place. Maybe. Of course, my drill's not turned on in the right direction. Perfect. I like that. I like that. Next, see if we can do the same thing for the other one. Maybe. Awesome. Now we can do the ones that go down, because it won't try to walk around on me. Maybe. Hooray. One more. Perfect. I say perfect. Perfect as it's going to be. I'll show you. All right. Here's where we're at now. Got our Spark, our Thundersport XL DFI 300 plus mounted. We just put some self-taps down there. A couple of self-taps up there. Mounted nice and solid. Not going anywhere. We can route this stuff. Most of these wires are going to go shoo, going to go that way. So this is good. I like how this is coming together. All right, I think one thing I'm not doing very well anymore is I get the bird's eye view going on, and then I don't change my point of view so y'all know what's going on here. All right, I've got my wiring harness here, and it's taped up, but we're going to untape it because our stuff is not necessarily going to be going where that stuff is going. Okay, that's better. Well, maybe I could have left that. Oh, well, it was crappy tape anyways. Okay, we've got power. What are all our wire colors here? Let's look. This goes to the coil. Why is there a ground? Why does the ground go all the way to the coil? That's a good question. Well, first of all, let's just kind of plug these dudes in. Looks like our wiring harness does not. Okay, you see our harness? It's only got the white and the green. So we are going to have to do some of our own wiring with this plug. I wonder if well, it didn't even have deals in there, so I'm not going to be able to use this square connector on here. I'm going to have to do my own wiring there because this particular harness doesn't have the purple or orange. The purple and the orange are the two I need to go to the distributor. So we are going to maybe we should just take all of this loom off. I don't know if I can do this or not. There we go. It's like duct tape. It's like not a great choice. Come on, get up there. Little short piece. We have plenty of loom. We can unloom, reloom, reroute. Like I said, this particular one was, I think, for a Honda. Let me look at the box. I don't see it. Yep. Acura, Honda, blah, blah, blah. So if I was using the TFI distributor, I would just use this white. I would just use the white wire, trigger with the white wire. It has a Hall effect sensor in it, not a magnetic pickup like a Durspark or an MSD distributor would have. Still just pulling loom off, de-looming, unlooming, de-looming. I don't know what to call it. I think that one comes off now. Okay, awesome. Now what we've got is our wires. There's a grommet, free grommet. Okay, that one, we'll just lay the trigger one over there. This one's power, ground, and the coil connections. And the coil ones go, good gravy, everything's all twisted up in a knot here. There's the coil. These are really long, man. I wish I could make them shorter. So what we're going to do is just kind of map out where this stuff needs to go. We got plugs in there. Actually, the coil might not be too bad. Power and ground are going to go back the other direction. They are not going that way. So that's okay. And then we still got this Still got the fuse here, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with. Could flip it around, turn it upside down, and put it right there. That's probably what we're gonna do. I think I want some zip. There's some tiny zip ties in here. Where'd it go? There's all kinds of wiring goodies that this comes with. But what we're going to do for the moment, zip tie this stuff. Come on. Put those dudes together snugly so they're not flopping around. I'm probably getting a good shot of the back of my arm and of my radiator hose. We're going to zip tie the other side here. And I'll probably put some loom on this because not for the protection aspect, but for the stealth. Just so you don't have a bunch of wires. Everything just looks kind of better. Hides everything. Now, we're going to pop this purple one. Yeah, stealth. And then I have purple and light blue zip ties on everything. Not so stealthy. Okay, coil connector goes over there. This guy, I wonder if I could take that screw out and put it back in. Bet you I can. Okay, that's good. There's my, well, you probably can't even see that. But I just mounted just put the screw through the fuse holder right there. And these two wires, that's my power and my ground. And then my coil. Okay, we're going to look at coil right now. Hello, coil. Where are we going to put you? Not sure yet. But I'm thinking it's going to get mounted over here somewhere. That's where the Galaxy, we mounted it right over here. Of course, it didn't have this bar in the way. What I could do, well, okay, what I think I'm going to do is move that over here. I think I'm going to make a plate that mounts the coil right here on this bar. I'll make a flat plate. It'll bolt in, and then it'll have a, probably the plate will probably have like a U-bolt that goes through there that holds it to this bar. You know, put the plate on there, tighten it up, and then put the coil onto the plate. It's just not a good spot over here. You know, that I say that and then I start looking at other stuff. I could do a plate that bends over. I'm just trying to put a square peg into a round hole over here, and it's not working out. I'd rather have that coil. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do, but I'm kind of out of time for today, so we'll pick this up again tomorrow and continue wiring in our ignition system and in preparation to sticking our other distributor in and moving on with this project. All right. That's going to do it for 30-Minute Mechanic today. We got our distributor out. We tested it. It had spark. I have no idea why. I mean, just some kind of electronic voodoo going on with this car. I don't know what it is. It may have something to do with our relay module. I don't know, but I don't think so because it wouldn't even work when I connected it directly to the battery. So we've proceeded on to start mounting our XL3, Axel, I don't know how to say it, 300 plus Thundersport ignition system. So we made great strides. We got that mounted over here on the fender all nice and snug, playing with wiring and where we want to put the coil. So we'll pick up on this tomorrow. But for now, check out the description, check out my friends' channel, see what those guys are up to. But yeah, like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell your friends. We'll see you next time. Bye.